The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select from the Boston U Terriers, Brady Tkachuk.
Derek Brassard drops, going in, scores! 2-on-1, goes around.
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app in the App Store, and use the promo code SENSTalk to save $20 off your first purchase. Now, today's video will be centered around the blockbuster trade between the Ottawa Senators and the Columbus Blue Jackets. But before we get that, we have an update on Mark Stone from Darren Dreger, who said today on TSN 1200 the Senators have not given up on re-signing Mark Stone. While it's very unlikely he resigns before the trade deadline, do not count it out. There's still a chance it can happen. Now, today's trade between the Ottawa Senators and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are playing each other tonight in Ottawa, centered around Matt Duchene. Matt Duchene is now a Columbus Blue Jacket, and before we get into this trade and through the details of what this trade was, I want to give a quick thank you to Matt Duchene and everything you did for the last 18 months or 15 months with the Ottawa Senators. It was a short tenure in Ottawa, a lot of crappy times, but great community guy, great guy in the office, just in the locker room, just a classy guy. I wish you nothing but the best with the rest of the season in Columbus, and who knows, Elliot Friedman reports that the Senators may re-sign him in the offseason. Very unlikely, but it's a chance. But for now, good luck in Columbus and your future endeavors. Now, today's trade is as follows. The Senators acquired Vitaly Abramov, a Russian. Very rare for the Senators to acquire a Russian. Jonathan Davidson, a Swedish player. He's currently playing in the SHL. A 2019 first-round pick. If it's top 3 overall protected. So if it's a top 3 pick in this year's draft, if it's a lottery pick and it gets to the top 3 overall selection, 1, 2, or 3, it will be pushed to a 2020 first-round selection. And then 2020 conditional first, which will be pushed to 2021 if the 2019 pick got pushed to 2020. The 2020 conditional pick, the condition is if Matt Duchene, resigns with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now let's talk about this trade firstly for the Blue Jackets. If you're a Blue Jackets fan watching, Julius Berkman, he's going to Sweden next year. Just a throw in there. He may help Cleveland if they're in a playoff run. I don't even know, but you'll be a depth guy for Cleveland, your AHL team. Matt Duchene is the real deal. That's the top line center that help Pierre-Luc Dubois. Really helps you guys out there in the center depth. You put him next to Panarin, you put him next to Atkinson, you put him next to whoever. Matt Duchene is one of the hell of a player. Great speed, great skill. You guys, if you make the playoffs, well, when you make the playoffs, I assume you're going to make the playoffs now. Columbus may win their first. I think they're going to win their first playoff series because a guy like Matt Duchene is this season he's playing like a top line center, and I hope nothing but the best for you guys and the Matt Duchene. But this guy is the real deal. If you guys might, I've seen some fans from Columbus upset that we guys gave up Vitaly Abramov, which makes me happy because, you know, if they're angry, that means we usually got something good. But if you're a Blue Jackets fan, Matt Duchene, hell of a player, great playmaker, and Panarin, who is a sniper. Lots of goals coming for you guys in the near future. Probably tonight, Duchene will probably score a hat-trick, knowing the Ottawa Senators. Now, here, let's get to the prospects, and then my opinion on the trade. So firstly, Vitaly Abramov from Russia. He is a 20-year-old, he's from Russia, he's 5'9", so a young, skilled forward. He's considered to be a top 6 potential forward in the National Hockey League. He's a good prospect, great skill and speed. He is a former QMJHL MVP, I believe. He played for a local team, the Gatineau Olympique, which is across across the river from Ottawa. In the QMJHL, in 185 games played, he had 129 goals, 172 assists for 301 points total. Well, on the AHL, he had 56 games played so far, 13 goals, 13 apples, 26 points. Does not reflect his true skill, as he's 5'9", it's his first pro season, and he has to catch his legs. But I think this Vitaly Abramov guy, I think he will be an NHLer, and I think a lot of people are saying this is a boom or bust kind of prospect, because this guy has the skill and speed to make it happen. He just needs to learn how to play with the big guys. So I think Vitaly Abramov, you know, I think I look forward to this guy. I put the highlights in the description below. But this guy, if you're a Columbus fan, comment below for Sens fans that are watching this game. But this guy looks to be like a player who top 6 forward, who can be 40 to 50 points from today's scoring abilities. Anyway, and I'm looking forward to this guy. Maybe even more. Maybe 60, 70. He has a skill set. He has a skill set to do really well. He just needs to mature Because he's a smaller player, he needs to mature and round it to form to play with the big guys. But this is a good prospect. This is their second ranked prospect, I believe, or number one or two ranked. It was number 1 ranked, I believe, from NHL.com, and number 3 for Pronman from Athletic.com. So it's a good prospect, even though Columbus did not have the best prospect pool. I would prefer the Duchene got traded to Nashville. Tolvanen would have been a good, nice return, but Abramov's still decent as well. The next prospect they got is Jonathan Davidson from Sweden. He's currently playing in the SHL, the top league in Sweden. He is seen as a top 9 forward potential in the NHL. Likely a third liner in the NHL that plays a good two-way game, so gets some offense and plays a really good defensive game that can play some penalty kill, kind of like a Chris Turney type of player, in my opinion. So in his career so far, in the junior league in Sweden, the Super Elite, he had 89 games played, 32 goals, 63 assists, 95 points total. While in the SHL, he struggled a little bit, 143 games played, 23 of those were goals, 40 assists, 63 points. So it's not the big offensive player like Abramov is, who I think Abramov has a good future along with him, but I think Davidson I think he'll be an NHLer, and I think he'll be a good third liner for the Senators in the future. But the main point of this trade was the first round pick in this year, or potentially next year, most likely this year. It's probably going to be between the 15 to 25 round area, because Columbus won't make the finals in my opinion, but I think they'll go 1 or 2 rounds in until they meet Tampa Bay, of course, or something like that. But I think Columbus will be 15-25 overall range, somewhere around there, and it's not the deepest draft, but they're still good prospects, and I'm sure they'll get somebody good, and it'll help to have a selection in this year's draft as well. Hopefully, if Matt Duchene resigns, this is the key to make this deal a good deal or a bad deal. If Matt Duchene resigns, we get a first-round pick in 2020, where I expect Panarin and Bobrovsky will go to Florida, which will help the Senators potentially get even a better overall pick, because they will be a much weaker team, maybe even a lottery pick. 2 first-rounders next year is key. So Matt Duchene signing in Columbus is key to the Senators' success moving forward, because a first overall pick most likely next year for Alexis Lafreniere, not going to vote for that, of course, or top 4, top 5 pick, I would assume, and then this pick. 2 picks next year in the first round next year. Deeper draft, good trade here. I have a good feeling that the Blue Jackets knew that, and they were not willing to give up their 2020 first-round pick unless Duchene re-signed. And I think that's the only reason. I think that's what Dorion agreed to this, because he knows if he signs there and he gets that 2020 first-round pick, that's a huge, huge upgrade for the Ottawa Senators. But besides that, my opinion on this deal is, this morning at like 10ish when I saw the deal was going to happen, I was like, uh-oh. I didn't think Columbus. I still don't. Columbus doesn't have the greatest prospect pool, but we had Abramov it looks like a top 6 forward. Davidson may be a third liner, and the key in this trade is the 2 first-round picks. So if they get Duchene re-signed, 2 first-round picks, that's a win. And now, what's important about this is Columbus gets what they need. They want to go on a deep playoff run, but for Ottawa, they set the market now for Mark Stone. If they can't get into if they can't re-sign Mark Stone, the Ottawa Senators have just upped Mark Stone's value quite a bit, because Panarin is probably staying in Columbus now. Pierre LeBrun reports they're probably going to keep him for the playoff run with Matt Duchene. That takes him off the market. Mark Stone, top available asset if they don't re-sign him. Hopefully they will, but if they don't, I'm thinking 2-3 first-rounders. I'm thinking elite prospects. I'm thinking this could be a win for Ottawa, not just because of the return, because of the repercussions that this can have on the trade market for Mark Stone. So besides that, that's my opinion. I think the Senators probably could have got a better return from Columbus. I mean, not from Columbus, from Nashville. They would not have got the 2 first-round picks, which maybe is why they swayed to Columbus's way. But with Nashville, they would have got Eli Tolvanen, a great prospect, a first-round pick, and something else like Kevin Fiala. So it is what it is. They didn't get a roster player in this trade, but they got the 2 first-round picks, possibly, definitely 1, possibly 2. And I think that was the deal breaker between Columbus and Nashville. And Columbus got it done, so congratulations to Columbus. And good luck to Matt Duchene. Thank you for your tenure as an Ottawa Senator, and good luck in Columbus. Columbus, treat him well. You will enjoy him. Besides that, thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SENSTOCK_. For updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at SENSTOCK. Add us to circles on Google Plus SENSTOCK. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video. Share this video. Share cool stuff. Please check out our website, SENSTOCKCentral.com. We update that every single day. And of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app in the App Store for Download the App Store and use the promo code SENSTOCK to save $20 off your first purchase. I'll see you later tonight when the Sens take on the Columbus Blue Jackets and Matt Duchene tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see if Matt Duchene scores a hat trick. I'm saying yes. I'll see you then. Go Sens go. Thank you for everything, Matt Duchene.